Yes, we are live. Lights, camera, auction. As Ninad Lakde would tell you, this is the same intro line which I've used for the last 4 years. One more thing is same is the excitement as we see the IPL Auction 2023 coming up in just an hour. I have Kevin joining me here along with Ninad Lakde. First of all, Ninad, hi, how are you?
Great, Shubham. Thank you. Pretty excited again for the auction, which is going to be held today.
The excitement levels in the voice are completely opposite. It's 3 a.m. here in Atlanta and it's 1:30 p.m. there in Mumbai, if I'm not wrong. As we also see an India-Bangladesh test match going on, obviously nobody's interested in that because everybody's interested in the IPL auction, isn't it, Kevin?
Exactly. This is it's a wrong platform for the players to pose as an very good audition for the IPL auction. I'm just following the BPL to see if there are any good exciting players
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there who would like to throw in their hat, but I think it's pretty too late. But
Mhm.
let's see how it goes about. Very excited for this auction because there are not many players to pick from, but a huge purse. So let's see how it goes about.
Yeah, before we discuss about the main auction, I think there are a few things which we need to discuss. Obviously, as you see the purses on your screen, a few things which I wanted to discuss is the first thing is that Australian players, England players, New Zealand players, South African players, and West Indies players are all available throughout the IPL, is what the BCCI release says. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh players will miss some part of the IPL. So Wanindu Hasaranga will be one of those, Mustafizur Rahman will be one of those, and Shakib Al Hasan, who is in the auction, might be one of those. Apart from that, the main BCCI release is the impact player thing, and I think all of us have read that it is for Indian players. And I wanted to ask how big an impact it will have on the auction. I don't think it will have that much big of an impact because the big players are the overseas players in this auction, and you need a player like a Ben Stokes or Cameron Green or Sam Curran, and an impact player won't really affect that, isn't it?
Yes, I think the announcement was a bit late. Had the announcement for the impact remained before the tension, then it would have the releases would have been
Yeah.
would have panned out in a different way. But yes, I think now what has happened is the demand for the all rounder that drops down a bit.
Yeah, maybe.
So
Yeah.
what we were speculating that a particular player might go up to 18 to 20 crores,
Okay.
that might just drop short. But yeah, because we can always substitute a batsman for a bowler in the under the impact player rules.
Yeah.
So let's see how that pans about. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting auction.
Yeah, a few people have joined us who are watching the stream. I would request them if you have any questions to put them in the comment section. We'll try and answer them with the knowledge we have. Ninad, first things first, where is the IPL auction going to be streamed? I think Star Sports is the channel and then Geo Cinema is the digital platform. Am I right?
Yep, that's the one. It's going to be streamed on Geo Cinema on OTT.
Yeah, I think the
So
digital
all
rights were
those,
sold to Viacom 18. That's the change from this year. You won't see it on Hotstar. So that's a big change there, isn't it?
yeah. So if you've got a free Geo Sim, I mean, that's sorted. You can just log in and view it on your laptop or phone.
Yeah, so let's move into the auction details now as I share my screen as we see the purses of each and every team. We can see SRH has the highest purse, which is 42.25 CR, and you can see that PBKS has 32.2 CR. So that's around 74 CR between these two teams. So I'm definitely sure there will be big bucks on some players. Let's start with Gujarat Titans. Ninad, we all got it wrong last year saying that Gujarat Titans will not finish in the top four. They went on to win the IPL. As expected, we have got it wrong. They have left Lockie Ferguson and Ramanullah Gurbaz. So their first buy on the list should be an overseas pacer, is what I'm thinking. What do you think, Ninad?
Yeah, they could look to target a few overseas pacers. I mean, probably an all-rounder as well because I mean you've got two great all-rounders. Why not add a third one? They may
Sure.
not be in contention to get the top buys like Sam Kerr and Cameron Green, but you could maybe just settle in for a Odean Smith or maybe even a Jason Holder.
Kevin, your first thoughts. We discussed about Lockie Ferguson not being there, so maybe a Chris Jordan, Adam Milner, Lee Stokely could be one of the options.
Yes, it's really surprising that they let go of Rocky Ferguson.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think they have a very good backup option, Azari Joseph. Yeah, who might not be as quick as Loki.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any bowler in the auction who can provide the pace that Loki Ferguson provides.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe they like to look for a left arm angle. They have yes there, but I think someone like Reece is a good option. Yes, and uh, I'm keen on seeing if they go after KS Bharat or Jagadishan or even
Mohammad
Narsudin because they have two keepers and both of them are towards on the latter half of 30s. So Saha and Wade. So I'm not pretty sure they'd like to start with both of them. So maybe I'm presuming that Gujarat Titans might like to look at KS Bharat because they have the number three spot, and I think Wade didn't sit in very well.
Yeah.
Number three spot. So I think KS Bharat should be is someone whom I presume will should get a lot of money because teams like Hyderabad, KKR and Gujarat Titans would like to look at him.
Yeah, Ninad, quickly, just who opens with Shubman Gill? Are we looking at some one of Matthew Wade and Prithiman Saha, or they look for an opener, say a Mayank Agarwal? Just quickly on that.
I mean, see, Matthew Wade, despite his age, he has proven to do a lot of great things. We've seen him take down the Pakistani bowlers in the World Cup as well. So I see Wade complementing Gill very well, where Gill can go on to anchor the innings and Wade just blasts from ball one and make proper use of the power play.
Yeah, so no Mayank Agarwal is what Ninad thinks. I think we all agree with that. That I don't think Mayank Agarwal would be on the shopping list. Maybe, maybe not. 3 overseas slots, so one of them could be a big buy with a purse of 19.25 CR. Let's move on to the next team. It's Rajasthan Royals, who are the runners up. The big thing is that they have 4 overseas slots remaining. Having said that, they don't have a huge purse. So first things first, Ninad, no of the big buys. I don't think Ben Stokes, Sam Curran, or Cameron Green can be on that list. What do you think?
Yeah, they don't have the purse to do that, and they've already got big guns like Butler is there. You've got Shimron Hitmire, Trent Bolt as well. So their overseas order looks pretty stacked already. I mean, the fourth player, yeah, you could probably get a better player than Obaid McCoy in the auction. Maybe look to get some underrated player in the overseas like. Maybe like a Daryl Mitchell. I don't know.
Yeah, in fact, we talked about this. They had a Darren Mitchell, they have let go of him. Even if they get him back, it's again the same price. So it doesn't make really sense. It doesn't make sense. What are your thoughts? Who are on their list for the 4 overseas slots?
My personal opinion is I feel that they like to chase all the top all rounders and see if if it fits in within their budget.
Okay.
I think they must have set aside an amount of like 8 to 9 crores for targeting Stokes, Green and Curran, and I think if none of them fits in, they'd like to look at Jason Holder, and if not, they would like to go back to Darren Mitchell and Jimmy Neesham.
Yeah.
Yes, but the thing, the sad part is that Jimmy Neesham has actually raised his auction price to 2 crores, so I don't see him being bid. But
let's just check that if we can get it. We have this list, just letting you know this is the list in which the players will come out. Jimmy Neesham is 2 CR as Kevin says, so that's like a big bummer for RR because 2 CR would be a huge part of their purse, so that wouldn't be something they would be looking to.
The disadvantage that Rajasthan had last year was that they're batting after 6 with just Falcon.
Yeah.
Now they would be so worried because of the impact player rule. So I don't see them trying to look for an all-rounder. Maybe they like to look at an explosive player like maybe even Harry Brook for that matter, just as a backup to Shimron Hetmyer.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yes.
I think Harry Brook will be one of the hot picks in this auction, so it won't be easy for them to get him with a budget of 13.2, maybe 4 or 5 CR kept aside for him. That could be an option.
Yes, one thing is for sure is that looking at the squad Rajasthan Royals has, they have a lot of good bowlers.
Yeah, they have Chahal, they have Prasidh Krishna, they have Bolt, they have Ovid McCoy, they have Kuldeep Sen. You have Kuldeep Yadav as well. I think he's a good pacer. Navdeep Sain is there as well. So yeah, your point is
So basically,
Ashwin as well.
Not to forget Ravi Ashwin.
Yeah.
So they basically look to just get an explosive, because if you look at that particle batting in the middle order with a striker of 120 is like a bottleneck for them. So they need someone who can be explosive. So I'm presuming that they like to look at Harry Brook very seriously.
Okay, interesting point there. Harry Brook, 300s in 3 test matches against Pakistan. England have beaten Pakistan 3-0. Just putting it out there. Nothing to do with the auction. Moving on to the next team, RCB, a budget of 8.75 CR. Nina, do you think they should just attend it via Zoom?
I mean, see, if you see their top playing level that you have put up on the right side, they're
Yeah,
pretty
just
much
by
sorted. Maybe
yeah.
except their number 5, they look pretty sorted. So maybe they could just try to find out a few maybe uncapped players, put their scouts to do the work for that. And with the
Yeah.
post of 8 CR, maybe you could probably get a mid-tier player who could fit in your playing level uh, at around maybe 4 to 5 CR. But other than that, like I don't, yeah, they can't make any big or huge buys. It would just be one of those mid-tier players.
Yeah, maybe a N Jagdishan or a KS Bharat going back to RCB, because they also need to look at the future of Dinesh Karthik won't be available after say a max of 2 seasons. So it's a keeper and young keeper.
Yes, yes. So they had Azharuddin as well. I think they might look at him.
Yeah, Mohammad Azharuddin. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the point that you made in the beginning is that they might not have one of those around us. So they need I don't know who they can look to in the spin department, because they just have Karan Sharma, and he's not had very good IPL seasons post his exit from Hyderabad. So that's a very interesting pick, because we're forgetting the point that Bangalore is going to, RCB is going back to Chinnaswamy, and death bowling with Harshad Patel, Siraj, and an uncertainty over Hazelwood. So that's a little scary bowling to think about.
Yeah, so I'll just put it out there. Hazelwood's replacement is David Bailey. They could look for another overseas pacer like a Reece Stokely or a Chris Jordan or Adam Milne. As Kevin says, they need a replacement for one into Asaranga. Zampa or Rashid or Mujib could be one of those options. They can have him on the list. And then as number 5, as Ninad says, a number 5 Indian batter, if they can get somebody like an N Jagdishan or a KS Bharat. Obviously, KS Bharat would like to bat up the order, but if they can get some of those for small prices, they would look for that. And a replacement for Glenn Maxwell. And I think we discussed that off camera, off air. I think Harry Brook could be one of those options. Yeah, so those should be on the buying list for RCB, but not much of a budget. So they need to pick and choose who they can
Just a left field option in case if they're looking as an all-round replacement for Glenn Maxwell. Joe Root at 1 crore is a really good option.
Yeah.
So because he can play spin as well, and he can bowl a bit of off spin. But he might not be as you can say explosive as Maxwell.
Yeah,
but he's good to the job.
Yeah. Suddenly, a lot of people have joined us. So if you have any questions in the comment section, do let us know. We'll try and answer them about any team, about any specific player, about a player's base price, about when he is going to arrive in the auction. We can answer all those questions at the moment. So moving on to the 4th team, the Lucknow Super Giants. They have let go of Jason Holder, and that's why you can see the purse is 23.35. Is KL Rahul's best friend Mayank Agarwal going to this team at number 3? Because say they remove Ayush Podoni from the 11, they can slot in Mayank at 3, Huda at 4, Stoinis at 5, and then look for another overseas player here somewhere, which they have money to buy. What do you think? The bowlers look set. They need a backup for Mark Wood, but apart from that, number 3, Mayank Agarwal, maybe.
Yeah, so it's if you look at the squad that Super Giants have put, it's a really good squad. It's very well balanced. I was a little surprised that they let go of Jason Holder, but I think their main target is to target one of the big all-rounders, and in case if they don't get one of the top 3, they go back to Holder. Yes, so they need I think Cam Green is the best player that fits into this team, because he could provide them with the pace and bounce as an all-round option. I think this team needs to you make the best of Marcus Stoinis.
Yeah.
If they do so, then they don't need an alternate option, and they can look towards Mayank Agrawal. It depends on how they are thinking about it, how whether they want to use. Last season, we saw them using Marcus Stoinis at 7. In case if they're planning on using him again at 7, then going for Mayank Agrawal is a good strategy.
Okay.
But in case if they want to play him at 5, then they need someone below, as in someone like even Jimmy Nation would work. Who just you can just come and play a kid, or even Dasun Shanaka for that matter. I'm really surprised they let go of Chamira.
Shamira, yeah,
after
because I
one
think
season.
Wood's replacement is a key there. He is one of those injury-prone bowlers, and I think Dinard can chip in there. One fast bowler, and then I would suggest that they would need a left arm pacer who could take pace off, because they have Musim Khan who bowls 145, Avesh Khan bowls 140, Wood bowls 145, and yeah, so those three bowl over 140, and then if they can get a left armer who can like bowl some off pace deliveries, cutters, you have a Sam Curran or a Jaidev Unadkat could be an option.
Yes.
Indian. What do you think, Ninad, on that? And Markut's replacement as well.
I would say Sam Curran would be a really ideal pick for LSG because I mean he fits in so well within the
Yeah.
team.
Mhm.
Like, and they also have the purse. I mean, to
Yeah.
get him number
Yeah.
6 is an open slot here. That's a perfect place for him to play, or maybe put Krunal Pandey up at 6 and
Yeah.
Curran to play at 7.
Yeah.
Or another alternative which I was thinking about is get in. Mayank Agarwal, as you guys said, maybe open
Mhm.
him up or send him in at 3.
Mhm.
And see, the thing with having Mayank Agarwal in this team would be then you would have only 3 overseas players: Quinton de Kock, Stoinis, Mark Wood, let's say. Um,
Yeah.
so then you could probably get in an overseas player using this the new substitution rule also
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
has been implemented. So that's another way I see that that's the flexibility LSG possess now because they've got a pretty good Indian core.
Yeah, I agree with you there. So Sam Curran could fit in there and it could be on their list. And I completely agree with Kevin that first they will target those three overseas big all-rounders, but all four of them are in the same set. So you don't know which player will come when. I think Jason Holder is also in the same set with Stokes, Curran and Green.
No, I think he's in this.
Let's just check it. Let's just check it. We can check it. We have the list with us. Let's go to all-rounder one.
Oh,
Yeah, he is in the same set, so you never know. Jason Holder might be the first one out of the bag, and then if they don't get any of those three, they might be stuck and they have to go with somebody like a James Neesham or an Odean Smith, as you said. So you never know what happens.
The real question is how hard will the teams like to try to pursue these players because uh, we saw it in the mega auction. Most of the teams had you can say a break point at 10 crores, but I think 15 crores is I think an amount that these teams would like to play.
Yeah.
And considering that Lucknow Super Giants have already 15 players, I think they would like to go up to 15 crores for
One of
Sam
those
Curran,
players. Yeah.
which I think will work very well in their favor, considering the way that they are positioned as compared to other teams.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. So let's move on to the 15 Delhi Capitals. The problem with this team is they have only 5 slots open here. Okay, they have a lot of money. 19.45 is a good decent amount of money. Ninal, if you can chip in here, but they have only 5 slots remaining. So I mean, and they have only 2 overseas slots. Who is that big? It's obvious that they will be aiming for that one big overseas player because 2 overseas slots, one should be big one, and they have the purse. Ricky Ponting as the coach. Why is the player's name Cameron Green?
See, the thing is, I mean, they have Cameron Green, but then if you look at their playing 11, the
Yeah.
4 overseas players are sure shot in the team. You've got Warner, he's, I would say, the GOAT batsman of
Yeah.
IPL
Yeah.
over Kohli. Mitchell Marsh, Rovman Powell also for his power rating, Arnik and Norke. He's their spearhead, pace spearhead. So I don't see any of these players getting replaced. And I mean, you've got even Lungi Nigri and Mustafizur Rahman as
Yeah.
backup pacers, which are really good in their own sense. So I don't know if you've got to spend big on a player, then I mean, you have to make him play and looking at the team dynamic, it's a pretty tough ask to get any of these big three all rounders to play. Maybe they could probably go for a good Indian core, but then that's what again you can't really replace. I mean, see, you've got Sarfaraz Khan who could be replaced, or
Yeah,
Lalit Yadav,
yeah,
and in the auction pool there aren't much players that would go for big prizes, so they could probably just try to get in backup players to keep as substitutes.
yeah. Your thoughts on this? Could they just like drop
Maybe
out
go
Mitchell
for
Marsh?
hard.
Yeah,
Pardon?
I don't see, honestly, I don't see Michel Marsh and Roman Paul playing together as of now, because both of them are not, they didn't set the IPL on fire. So I presume that this team would like to look at one of the top, but then they have the purse, they just have I think, 4 or 5 slots to fill it.
Yeah,
One big issue, and which is still puzzling me, is that they just have, I presume, one keeping option
yeah.
in this formation.
So they
So are they looking at maybe a Phil Salt as a backup option to Warner, or they would like to, because I don't get the idea of releasing KS Bharat. Is it just to start a bidding war among the other three teams, or whether KS Bharat was disappointed for not getting enough game time? But yeah, this team I think underachieved last season. It's a very good squad, but it was a very smart move to let go Shardul Thakur, considering they have Chetan Sakaria and Nagar
Kamlesh
Koti
Nag.
in the backup. Also, Anik Nokia, you have Lungi Nigri as well as Mustafa Zur.
Yeah,
So
and they have Khalil Ahmed as
and
well.
Khalil Ahmed as well. So yes, it's just about getting the combination. I think they need a. I think they look at one of the top bowlers. I don't. I think even Jason Holder, for that matter, is a good option. They
Jason
need some.
Holder, I think, can come at say 6 and 7, and then you can just drop out Mitchell Marsh, push Sarfaraz at 3. That could be an option.
Yes, yes. I don't see Lalit Yadav and Safraz
Playing
both
together. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's going to be either one of them. So let's see. Last season we saw Delhi playing with just 2 or 3 overseas players.
Yeah, and that I think was.
But I think with the impact player, yeah, I think this is one of the teams that had just 7 overseas players in their squad last season.
Yeah, they had 7. They have Tim Seifert. That's the only player they removed among the
Yes.
overseas players. So they have 6 overseas players at the moment. As we see, Rishabh Pant and Shreyas Iyer score 50s in the test match. Both were part of this team, but Shreyas Iyer is now not part of this team. Just putting it out there. Moving on to the next team, Punjab Kings, who have once again a huge purse, a new coach, and a new captain. I mean, I've repeated this 733 times, but I have to repeat it again. 7 people have joined us on the stream. If you have any questions about Punjab Kings, mostly we won't know the answer because nobody knows apart from Pretty Sinta. But if you want, we can try and answer. Ninad Shikhar Dhawan is the skipper now. Are they looking for Ben Stokes at number 3? They have one overseas slot open. They have 32.2 CR. Is it Ben Stokes? Is it Sam Curran? Because they can easily buy one of those big players.
Yeah, they have the purse to do it, and I think they would need a Sam Curran more than Ben Stokes, because I mean their batting looks pretty stacked. Shikhar Dhawan, Johnny Bairstow, Liam Livingston, Shah Rukh Khan also to explode in the end. Jitesh
Yeah.
Sharma has been in good form in the domestic
Yeah.
circuit as well.
Yeah.
And they do bat deep. Rishi Dhawan, Harpreet Rabada also can bat. So Sam Curran would help quite a lot in the bowling, both in the power play alongside Rabada and the death. And we've seen that Rabada isn't at his potent best as he used to be um, in the 2019-2020 season.
Yeah.
So Sam Curran would hugely benefit this team. I mean, the pace attack would be really good then with Rabada and Arshdeep. And maybe another player that they could go for is as a replacement, I would say, to for a keeper, maybe go for another KS Bharat, because let's see, you can't bank on Jitesh Sharma. I told that he was in good form in the domestic circuit, but he hasn't established himself yet in the IPL. So maybe keep a couple of backup keepers. That would help them in the longer run.
Yeah, do you see Harry Brook as one of those options? Looks like they are like keen on England players, Liam Livingstone, Johnny West, also Harry Brook at three could be an option.
No, I see
Um,
Harry Brook more of as a backup option,
Mm-hmm.
but depends. But this team sure needs an all-rounder. I'm not sure if they'll like to go towards Sam Curran as their first priority because you already have Arshdeep Singh,
Yeah.
who's almost similar, just that he doesn't bat.
Hmm.
I think that this team would chase Ben Stokes because
Okay.
he's a player who's charismatic and he's inspirational and for some and Punjab for that matter is lacking that inspiration. So I think Ben Stokes and they have a slot for him to bat in the top three. So I think Ben Stokes more, but I think their priority would be Ben Stokes, Cam Green, and three for that matter would be Sam Curran. And I don't think this team would be disappointed even if they get their hands on Jason Holt as well.
Yeah.
Yes, because of the balance that he brings. A few changes here and there is, I think, maybe Raj Baba towards the later stages of the tournament might
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
replace Rishi Dhawan. But yes, this team will benefit a lot with the impact player rules because then they can go explosive initially and last I think they would also like to look at a player like you can say Ajinkya Rane just for
A backup
because
option.
just you require that one player who could just hold the innings together because last time we saw with Punjab suddenly a flurry of wickets and they didn't have that one player who could just anchor the innings and take them through. So I presume that if towards the end part of the auction something they might look at towards Manish Pandey as well.
Manish Pandey is a good pick. I think we discussed this last time as well. Manish Pandey is a really good pick, but I think Ajinkya Rahane's average has gone down because of Indian pitches, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he said. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm looking towards Manish Pandey or I'll be open if Punjab even go back to Mayank Agrawal honestly because they have the purse. Maybe it's I don't think they have parted ways with Mayank that quickly. Maybe they'll like to see if they can get him back cheaper. But yeah, they would like to get one experienced Indian player for sure.
Interesting. Pandey or Mayank Agarwal. I'm not like that keen on they going back to Mayank Agarwal. I think Mayank Agarwal will go to some other side. Let's move on to the next side. The Kolkata Knight Riders, who have the least budget and the least number of players in the option in the squad at the moment. 7.05 CR. Ninad, what can they do with 7.05 CR? I mean, you get more than that on one of our streams. So like, what do you think? 7.05 CR is quite less, right?
Yeah, it's pretty less. I mean, they could see they've got only Gurbaz as their keeper for now.
Yes.
So you need to firstly find a backup for that. Apart from that, they don't have much overseas batsmen, but then the Indian top order that they have looks to be dependable. You've got Venkatesh Iyer, he's proven himself in the IPL for KKR, Shreyas Iyer, Nitish Rana, and Lord Rinku Singh. You've got two Lords now with Shardul Thakur coming in as well as Lockie Ferguson. So, I mean, the bowling has been bolstered quite a lot. Umesh Yadav to bowl in the power play. I think that would be his role, looking at the analysis that Shubham has done.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
that's something which is quite evident that Umesh Yadav has to bowl in the power play, or else you're like leaking 50 runs in the last 2 overs. But yeah, I think last time also we discussed the balance is not that great. I mean, who bowls at the death? Who
I
bowls at the
mean,
death?
this
Because
is you've got. I mean, Lockie Ferguson is the best bet right now, looking
yeah,
at their squad to bowl at the death, or maybe a wild card entry of Sunil Narayan. But I don't know, spinners at the death can't
They'll be
really see
sweating
at the
on the
Eden
fitness of
Gardens.
Andre Russell.
yeah, obviously under Russell. I
Yeah.
think Odion Smith could be an option for them as a backup for Russell, maybe.
No, I
No?
don't think. I don't think they have the budget to go for any of
Yeah,
these
I think.
players. I think they'll look towards mostly experienced players who have been discarded. I think they look towards Jaydev Unadkat for just as a backup option to Umesh Yadav.
So, yeah.
Yes, but it's this fingers crossed this team is looking more of an ifs and buts. Yeah, but they need a K. I think KS Bharat has to be on their top list, wish list.
Yeah.
Because I'm presuming that they like to have him instead of Gurbaz and have Tim Saudi bowl with Lockie Ferguson.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in tandem,
Interesting.
because they might even look towards Mavi and get him back in case it comes at a good price. But yeah, it's very difficult to predict what they're looking at because unlike the 2018 team where they splurged on a very good first level, uh, in 2022 they don't have a very strong. Every year they have a lot of issues actually in their lineup. So uh, just let's say because you have Shreyas Iyer, Nitish Rana, Andre Russell is they all you can say not very strong against the short ball. And Rinku Singh is just finding his feet in the IPL. It's not that doesn't have the kind of experience.
Yeah, but he is the
So
Lord. He's the
yeah,
Lord. He's the best fielder in KKR.
yeah, sure. But so there's a lot of inexperience in that you can say playing 11 of KKR. So let's see
Yeah.
how they go about it. But yeah, they have Shardul Thakur's confidence to bank upon. So
Yeah, I
let's
think
see.
player. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Hopefully for KKR.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moving on to the next team, as it's just 29 minutes away, the IPL auction 2023 happening in Kochi. As we look at the last three teams and the team with the highest scores, Sunrisers Hyderabad. Sorry, I just changed the slide. The Sunrisers Hyderabad. I think they can buy each and every player who is up in the auction, isn't it?
Yeah.
42.25 in a mini auction, man. Ninad, your thoughts? Ben Stokes, Mayank Agarwal, Adam Sampa, who else? Sam Curran, everybody is on their shopping list.
Yeah, they would have all their options open. I mean, they will definitely get one of the big three all rounders that are there. And ideally, I think Ben Stokes would help this team quite a lot um, because of the kind of batting that he
Sorry
brings.
to interrupt you. This is
Yeah.
not the playing 11 with the players they have. This is the playing 11 which we wish they can make from the budget they have. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, this was, yeah, I remember the last time we made this, it was a speculated playing 11 after the retentions that came in. And
Yeah.
yeah, Ben Stokes would fit in perfectly at number three or number four. You could have Rahul Tripathi to open with Abhishek Sharma and the experience of Ben Stokes, and you've got Markram as well in their team with Glenn Phillips. So I don't know. SRH can surprise you a lot in the auctions. I mean, they've done it in the past, but they could even bag two of those big all rounders. But
Yeah.
then ideally, I mean, their purse says so. Their purse allows them to do so, but logically speaking, they wouldn't because they've gotten a lot of slots to fill. They've just got a 14-player squad, so they would also eye to have a lot of replacements, particularly in the top and middle order. The bowling looks kind of sorted, but yeah, they do need a spinner as well. So maybe go after one of those big names. I think a Sikandar Raza would also be very interesting in this team because they've had players like that in the past as well, like
Nabi, Mohammad Nabi, yeah.
yeah, Morgan Ravi, or a right arm off spinning all rounder. Raza can bat. We know we've
Deepak
seen
Hooda, yeah.
he bats pretty well as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, if not that, then leggies like Zampa or Adil Rashid or maybe even a Mujibur Rahman, they've seen to favor the Afghans before.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
That's quite true. One more point which I think you want to discuss is Glenn Phillips. If he's not ready to keep, they need a wicket keeper, and then who are the options? If can they go back to Nicholas Puran? We haven't discussed him at all. Nicholas Puran or a Phil Salt, both are like pretty good options, isn't it?
Yes, so I'm presuming that the tactic of Hyderabad would be to get one of the top three all rounders. I think even holder for them at top 4, and in case of that, and once that is done, then they look to buying back the players that they already had. I think there is room for Williamson to come back.
Okay,
Also, there's
okay.
room for Puran to come back into this team. So I think maybe they were not satisfied with the prices because as Sunrise has shown us in the last auction that for them the prices matters a lot because they were unwilling to pay. Rashid Khan 15 crores, but they agreed to pay Williamson 14.
14 crores, and now
Yeah.
they have left him. And I will say they might buy him for 4 crores because I don't think he will get like a huge price. He has been really poor in the T20 format, whether it was the IPL or the T20 World Cup. Like he has struggled badly. I don't know whether it's his shoulder injury, elbow injury, or what it is, but I mean, he's fallen off a cliff. The cliff, the strike rate. I mean, he's way better than that.
Williamson.
Yeah,
But I think post his elbow injury, he's missed a lot of games and he's missing action. Also, for this, I think Hyderabad need to do work on their spin department.
Spin department. Yeah, I think Sundar is the only player.
Yes, Abhishek Sharma.
Abhishek Sharma is obviously a batter.
Yes. I think they look towards maybe either Adil Rashid or Zampam, or they might look to getting back Shreyas Gopal or I want to say Murugan Ashwin for that matter.
Okay.
Yes, so let's see how I'm very keen on seeing because this is the first time Hyderabad is going into an auction with
Such a big purse.
such a big purse and they
Yeah.
have completely kind of rebooted. So I think only Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and for the matter Natarajan are the ones who stayed back with them post 2018. And Abhishek Sharma just walked in from 2019. So besides that, all the players whom they had been banking on from 2014 and on have on just moved into other teams and are doing well. So let's see how this league goes from here.
Yeah, interesting. Moving on to the next team, whose discussion will last for 1 minute 30 seconds. The only player that they are targeting is Sam Curran. I think everybody agrees with it. Kevin, what do you think? Yes?
Yeah, and I agree. They like to get
By Sam Curran. Nina, do you agree with it?
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, that's it. I think 20.45 CR for Sam Curran. Let's move on to the next team.
No.
Yeah. One more thing, they have shown a liking for Sri Lankan players suddenly, whether it is Mahesh Tikshna or Mathisha Pathirana, who is that Malinga action bowler, right?
Yeah, he's a replica of Malinga. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that Mumbai didn't look for it.
Yeah. So who are they need overseas fast bowlers, I think, because the Pathirana and Pretorius are the only two options. They let go of Jordan and Milne, so they need at least one of those.
Yeah, it's surprising that they let go a lot of pacers, but I'm not sure what they're looking at. Maybe they want
Control.
They want more of they want you can say a bit of uh, uh, the players like Dustin Chanak or something who offer you a bit of both.
Okay.
But I think what we missed out is that this team has only two keeping options in Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Devon Conway.
Okay.
So
They had Jagdishan.
no, they didn't.
Yeah.
Surprised. They let go. They had him for a lot of seasons, and then they, without giving him enough opportunities, they let him go. But I think they need a keeper because I'm presuming that this will be the last season of Hindustan.
Yeah.
And if it's not, they need one more to back up. So yes, because you can't play an overseas player just because he's your only keeper. So let's see who they like to target. But yeah, they have I think how many 2 slots to fill?
Two overseas. Yeah, two overseas
Yes.
slots to fill, out of which one is Sam Curran.
So yes, they would like to get an all-rounder as a replacement for Dwayne Bravo. I think they already have Dwayne Pretorius as an option, but maybe they'll like to have one more like maybe a Shanaka or a Holder.
Interesting. One interesting player which comes to my mind is Wayne Parnell. He's also 30 plus. I think that's an important criteria.
Yeah, they could look at Wayne Parnell, but yeah, they have I'm very excited to see this combination, Mukesh Chaudhary and Deepak Chahar opening the bowling because I don't think we have teams that have such kind of swing bowling options in their lineup. So I'm very excited to see.
Maybe Darcy, not swing, but
yes, they're more of a seam wolf.
Nina, just quickly on Deepak Chahar because he missed the whole last season. He's again injured. I think he got injured in that second ODI against Bangladesh. And now we don't know about his fitness, when he will be available. They have splurged 14 CR on him. Once again, if he misses even like 3-4 games, that's huge. How can they work around it? Because that was a huge miss for them last year.
Yeah, Deepak Chahar, I mean, the numbers say that he is their top, not just theirs, he's the top power play bowler in IPL. So,
Yes.
and like looking at the replacements, I mean, Mukesh Chaudhary has to fill in his boots, and then maybe get someone like they have to probably get like a Indian replacement, and that wouldn't also last for the whole season. You'll have to keep rotating those players because I don't know if they would be able to give good consistent performance. They've got Tushar Deshpande, they've
Hmm.
got Rajvardhan Hangarkar, but like these aren't 14 game players yet. So, and then you've got your top order, the Shivam Dube, Moeen Ali. So I guess MSD would probably look to get in a few overs from here and there to complete, fill in that void.
Chorut quickly. Chorut to CSK. I don't think so. Only two overseas
No.
slots, but he bowls off spin and bats.
I'm surprised that we've not discussed Kane Williamson because
Oh,
2-3 seasons back it was a big talking point.
I think he's the future captain of CSK and all that stuff was happening, but I don't think so now because he hasn't done well. Let's see.
Maybe Joe Lutfo as a replacement for Moy, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, not sure. Let's move on to the last team. This is the last team, Mumbai Indians, who generally win the IPL. Ninad, I think you would like to start with this. I think we discussed it last time as well. It's the spinners which will be on their shopping list. And
Yep.
will we finally see an overseas leg spinner or no?
Yeah, there is a pool of overseas leggies. I've been saying this from 4 seasons. Try to get in Mujibur Rahman, exciting young prospect, but they haven't. So I guess they would either be looking to unearth another spinner right out from the domestic circuit, some
Mhm.
random name that none of us have known, because they're clearly thinking something. They had two leg spinners,
Yeah,
but
they
they've
left
let
out
them
both
go.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so they've let them go. So clearly they have something in mind. Or like Anil Kumble said, another really exciting prospect for MI could be Sikandar Raza. You
yeah.
could get him to play the all-rounder role at 6 or maybe at 7,
Mhm.
depending on, yeah, that could be volatile. Like it could depend on what the batting situation of the match is. Push down Archer at 8.
Hmm.
Berendarov, I don't think he fits in the playing 11. Um, like he's not a first choice player, so you could probably get in if you go with the Raza tactic. Try to get in Indian fast bowlers then. Um, and yeah, as good as their batting looks, their bowling department is that unsettled. Apart
Yeah.
from the 8 overs that Bumrah and Archer provide, those solid 8 overs, and then you've got just 12 overs of um, uncertainty as to who will bowl where. So another idea is, yeah, if you get in Ritik Shokeen, they've shown trust in him and
Yeah.
retained him, so probably get him in for a few games. He wouldn't play all 14 games. And another talking point of the Mumbai Indians used to be Arjun Tendulkar. They used to just keep getting him and bench him all the season, but he made his Ranji debut recently and he
Yeah.
scored a century. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe owing to that, they might give him a couple of games this season, but not more. But then, yeah, we'll have to see how that also pans out. But yeah,
Yeah, I
their
think
key
one
focus
more.
point would be, yeah,
Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
carry on. Yeah, I think the key focus point would be to get a couple of uncapped spinners.
Hmm. Yeah, apart from that, I think they let go Daniel Sams and Riley Meredith, so they will look for some overseas pacers. I think Jordan Milne and Reece Topley, left arm pacers, are they have a liking for them, so Reece Topley could be on their list. And I think you were suggesting Odell Smith. I don't know why. Could you just like explain?
Yeah, so I think we all know how Mumbai Indians has a soft corner for West Indian players,
Mm-hmm.
and it's shocking that they have none in this squad right now. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
presuming they like to look at Odin Smith and Romario Shepherd
Okay.
just to gain the confidence and the exuberant nature of the West Indian players. But yeah, I think it's high time that instead of going for an uncapped spinner in the lineup, they should look at a quality spin because we saw it cost them in 2021, in 2022 as well. The middle overs they didn't have a spinner who
Control the
could
game.
control the game.
Yeah.
So I'm looking if they I'm keen on seeing if they try to pick up like maybe Zampa for that
Mhm.
matter. Even this team is not known to pick
overseas winners.
No, Afghan players as well.
Yeah.
K. Samand is a good option.
Okay.
In case if they are, or Muji for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they I'm very keen on where is Surya Kumar Yadav is going to bat, because we saw him last time in batting at
Push that
five.
five. Yeah, push that
Yes,
five.
I'm looking forward to seeing whether they push him to four and have Tilak Verma at three, just to give the guy confidence. But yeah, because then there's a lot of muddle in between, because Travis gets pushed to five, or do they want to have Stubbs in that position? So it's a lot about, or maybe they could even think about having Rohit Sharma in the middle. So it's a lot on what they like to strategize about and how they want to go about this. But there are a lot of goals, and it's not something that we've seen with Momentus, but I think they're building a team for the future.
Yeah, apart from that, they have a good purse, so they could look for those overseas spinners, as we say, and some overseas fast bowlers. That should be on the shopping list, apart from some Indian uncapped players who will become future superstars, because that's what Mumbai Indians do.
Yes, they are very keen to see whether they go for proven match winners, or they go for young players whom they can back for.
Maybe Jaydev Unadkat back again to Jaydev Unadkat. I don't think so. Right?
No, I think Jaydev Unadkat is going to KKR.
KKR. Okay. This is the player list. As you can see, 15 minutes to go for the auction. We have some predictions to make. First list is batting one, where you see the first name is the big name Mayank Agarwal. But we had a discussion this an hour ago, and we think Mayank Agarwal might not get a big price, because apart from SRH, which team needs an opener? Yes, KKR need an opener, but they don't have money. They have 7.05 CR. Ninad, I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Mayank Agarwal is on the shopping list of Sunrisers Hyderabad. Which other team is going to increase the price of Mayank Agarwal?
The guy from, the bald uncle from Delhi Capitals. That's his job. So he's going to come in with that. And probably even PBKS might just think to go back to their ex. Who knows?
I think Gujarat is going to bid for Mayank Agarwal. I think KKR is going to open the bidding, and KKR and Hyderabad will go, and then KKR might back out, and Punjab and Gujarat would like to even chip in.
Yeah.
Because yes, and I think they'll bid for him up to, let's say, anything between 6 to 10 crores for that matter.
Yeah.
But I think they'll stop at 10. I don't think they'll like to go more for Mayank Agarwal, because he though he's a very good guy, and I don't think he's a captaincy kind of player, because he has shown that he comes under pressure when he's given responsibility. So yes, so let's see where he comes out. I'm not sure. Ajinkya Rane at 50 lakhs it looks so will be a steal, but I'm not.
I don't think it's a steal. It's an okay buy. It's not a steal.
Yeah, because he has the kind of experience, and you need an experienced player to help you, calm the nerves within the dressing room. So I think
that is something which could work in his favor. But apart from that, he's not a great T20 player. Riley Russo, I would like to watch out for him, but he has put his base price a bit high in my opinion. Kane Williamson, again, I think he will get sold for around that 4 crore mark.
Yeah, but I think I'm expecting besides Mayank Agarwal and Harry Brook, I'm presuming the remaining 4 players will go unsold.
Unsold?
Yes, in the first, and they might be called.
Yeah, that's obviously I'm expecting. You're saying all these 4 will go unsold.
Yes, that's what
I agree with 2 of them. I think Riley Russo could get a buyer, maybe as a backup. Some team will look at him, but obviously the main set is this one, where you have 4 big players, whether it's Sam Curran, Cameron Green, Ben Stokes, or Jason Holder. Who is going to be the highest buy? Ninad, let's get our predictions out there. 11 minutes to go for the auction. Who is going to be the highest paid player of this IPL auction 2023?
I'd say Ben Stokes going to go for the treble. The third, he's already been the highest paid player twice, so
yeah.
He's going to make it the third time
2017
now.
he went for 14.5 CR, 2018 he went for 12.5 CR, first to the Rising Pune Super Giants and then to the Rajasthan Royals. Do you agree with him? Ben Stokes is going to be the highest paid player this year.
Yeah, I think Ben Stokes is
The English Test captain,
yes.
who won 9 tests out of 10 this year. Baseball is what they call the new methodology, but he plays slow in T20 cricket.
I think I think he's going to we're presuming that the big guys go for big, but what is big now? We have to quantify that. So
Yeah, we're definitely talking about pricing.
I also I'm so backing in that it's Ben Stokes is
Ben Stokes, yes, I agree. I agree. Ben Stokes it is. Ben Stokes it is. I think Sam Curran will be the second highest, and then Cameron Green. I think that's going to be the order. What do you think?
Yes.
Or would you put in
I'll
Mayank
put-
Agarwal?
No, I'll put Cam Green on the second and Sam Curran at number 3.
Cameron Green at second, Sam Curran at number 3. Ninad, your thoughts?
I would go with Shubham Sam Curran second because Sam Curran has established himself in the IPL. Cameron Green's yet to do that, so that might just give him the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes to go for the auction. Any uncapped Indians you want to name? I think N. Jagdishan, after that fantastic domestic season, he will be one of those players. KS Bharat, as we keep saying.
Yeah, I think KS Bharat and Capel, I think Mayank Agarwal.
Yeah, Mayank Agarwal. Manish Pandey, quickly your thoughts on Manish Pandey. How much will he get?
Probably
No
around.
money? No money?
What is the option for it?
I think it's
Manish
CR.
Pandey would probably go up to, I think maybe 3 or 4 CR.
Manish Pandey is at number 69, Kevin's favorite number. 1 CR is his price. I mean base price.
I think he'll get picked for his base. I think he's going to KKR for his base price.
1 CR KKR. Manish Pandey 1 CR KKR. That's your prediction. Okay. Rassi van der Dusen, quickly. Rassi van der Dusen is coming in at number 73 in the 11th set, and he has a base price of 2 CR. I think that's huge. The base price is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, but I think he'll get picked because a lot of I think we have 60 slots empty, 60 overseas slots.
No, 30 overseas.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, 30 overseas.
Okay, we have some comments coming in. Let's okay, some like standard comments coming in. Yeah, go ahead if you want to say anything about.
Yes, I think that that's you understand. But considering that we have 30 slots empty, 30 overseas slots to be filled, I'm presuming that he'll get it.
Yeah.
At least at his base price.
Okay, now I'll be naming 3 overseas players. You have to tell the team which they go to. Nicholas Puran.
I think Gujarat Titans.
Yeah, I would say Gujarat Titans as well because they need a keeper.
Gujarat Titans. I'm going with SRH. I think they're going to buy him back because he had a decent IPL season with them, 350 runs, I guess. 350 runs.
Yeah. But why they released him in that for the match?
The 10
that Hyderabad would like to get Mayank and one of the all-rounders, and then if there is enough cap space, they like to go back to Puran. But I don't think it's possible. So Puran.
KKR would contend for Puran, I would say, until
they don't have the money.
Maybe
right?
until probably 3 or 4 crores, but then that's nothing.
I think KKR is going to be the most active in the auction, but I think
they don't
so there will be any player that that pops up. They're like, please can we have him?
Yeah, under 7 minutes remaining for the IPL auction 2023. I have to name 2 more overseas players, right? Harry Brook. I am going
5.5.
I'm not asking the price. I'm asking the team.
Oh, okay. Team. That's interesting.
I'm going with Lucknow Super Giants. Random team. Absolutely random.
Stuff.
Harry Brook. 3 test hundreds in 3 test matches on Pakistani pitches.
I wish I could say Mumbai Indians.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because but no.
They've already got Tristan Stubbs.
They already have
on the
Stubbs
bench,
and Brevis. So
yeah.
Maybe let's say I think Punjab like fancy gems.
Okay.
Yeah. So they like to.
Actually, I wanted to say Punjab, but I thought it would be quite obvious. So
yeah, but Rajasthan Royals for that matter.
That's a good. Rajasthan Royals needs some overseas players. They only
just as a backup to Shilpa in case he's not fit. So
And last overseas player which I will name here is Adam Zampa. Adam Zampa, I think SRH. We have playing.
RCB, I think RCB.
RC for 1 into Arsenal.
Yes, as a backup to
Ninad?
they or even Hyderabad would like to bid for.
Are you saying Mumbai?
I'm leaning towards Mumbai because we've got the requirements. So yeah.
Mumbai, I don't think is going to buy any overseas players.
Oh,
Sorry. No. They might buy maybe a finger spinner, but definitely not a wrist spinner. Let's see. I hope they break that trend.
Okay, so we discussed the top three buys. We need to give the prices now and the team. Less than 5 minutes to go. Ben Stokes, I think, is going to break the record for the highest price, which is 16.25 Chris Morris. I think it's 16.5. Just he will break the record to Sunrisers Hyderabad 16.5. Your thoughts quickly. Ben Stokes, how much?
No, I don't think Hyderabad is going to. I'll be impressed because we saw last year Hyderabad didn't feel Ishan Kishan was worth 16 crores.
Yeah, they
paid out at 15.
15,
So,
yeah.
so it's a it's a very contradictory statement. So Ben Stokes, if Ben Stokes has to be the richest player, he needs Punjab. He needs Punjab bidding for him, not Hyderabad.
I mean, both
Yeah.
of them will be.
Yeah, so
I agree with Kevin. It's because you've seen Punjab do such insane deals. Like I mean, they had paid Mayank Agarwal 15 crores last season, so I don't see a reason why not taking Ben Stokes for 16.5, 17 maybe.
yeah, just to add in a little bit. So yeah, Punjab had 50 crores in the 2021 auction, I think, and they couldn't outbeat. You can say Rajasthan for Chris Morris. They didn't outbeat CSK for Moeen Ali, and they didn't outbeat RCB for Kyle Jamieson.
Yeah, I
And we know
remember
how
that,
that
yeah.
went. So I don't but I'm hoping that this I'm not hoping, I'm pretty sure that this time Punjab will not make that mistake. And they in 2021 they ended up with 20 crores as
Yeah.
backup. So they spent
Yeah.
only 30. So yeah, so let's see. But I think I think 16. Hyderabad is 16 is Hyderabad's maximum limit. I don't think they'll exceed 16. But I think Lucknow will be ready to go up to 17. For
Okay.
that matter, even Delhi will be ready to go up to 17.
Yeah, maybe they have 20 as well. So yeah, 2.5 minutes remaining for the auction to start. Obviously, there will be some speeches from the BCCI secretary and all those things before the actual bidding starts. Sam Curran, I think Sam Curran to CSK for 14.25.
I wish I could agree.
You don't agree?
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree, but I would probably take it up to 15. That's all.
15. Okay,
15,
so Ben
15.5.
Stokes breaks the record is what we agree. You are saying Punjab Kings, both of you. I go with SRH. Sam Curran 14.25 is my to CSK. You say Sam Curran to CSK, but for a bigger price, for a larger price. And now last, Cameron Green.
I think it goes to Lucknow.
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 I think Cameron Green to DC is almost like sure, but I don't know the price. I would like say 10 CR. Ninad?
I would say maybe SRH. I think SRH for
DC 14
about
crores.
12 to 13 crores.
Okay, that's it. I think 12 to 40. Yeah, do you want to add some?
14 to 15 crores too.
Cameron Green, 14 to 15. He hasn't played a single IPL game, just telling you. And he's not like a renowned T20 player as well. He is good. He's done good in the test level, but like.
Yeah, we saw it with Kyle Jameson.
Yeah, so
I think he's much better than Kyle Jameson.
Yeah, agree with that. Less than 1 minute to go for the IPL auction 2023. Go and watch it live on those two streaming platforms, one on Jio Cinema and then on Star Sports. We will see if we are here. We will be live in the breaks. But apart from that, you can do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And I hope you enjoyed this live stream. It's 4 a.m. here in Atlanta. It's 2:30 p.m. in India. But the IPL auction starts in 1 minute. Ninad, go and enjoy it. So will we. Thank you very much.